name is Baaj Adebule. I'm an actor, a writer, a filmmaker, a model, and an MC, I guess. Not rap MC, of course, host. Apart from those little Sunday school things we used to do when we were small. I think professionally started like 2 years after I left school. I went for an audition and I got to a small role on Tinsel. So that's pretty much where it started, and I did a terrible job. But anywho, yeah, it was really bad. Like my brother saw the episode and denied me as a brother. It was that bad. And he's my biggest fan, so that's cool. Yeah, so I did it, and everything just clicked. You know, before that, I just felt like I was dabbling in a lot of things. You know, I was working at time 9 to 5. I was trying out different things, trying to discover myself and find out what I want to do with my life. And when I tried that out, and like, yeah, this actually is it. That it's scary, but this is it. I think it's been. I feel like I've paid some other people's dues. Yeah, well, it's been a roller coaster ride. Started from the bottom, you know. Went for like zillions and gazillions of auditions, and it's been getting better. So yeah, it's been a roller coaster ride, to say the least. But it's been a eventful one. You know, each year has been better than the last. So there's always that growth. So that always gives you the motivation to keep going, no matter how bad things get. You know, okay, you are not where you were last year. You are not where you were 2 years ago. So you're going to be way better than you are now next year if you keep pushing. So having that at the back of your mind always helps. So it's been great. It's been a good career so far. Well, I think things are a little better now, because I know when I first started, there were very little channels where you could access jobs, auditions, and opportunities. Everything was really scattered. But now there are websites, there are Instagram handles. There are a lot more film schools. There are a lot more connections to auditions and opportunities. So things are a lot easier now. But at that time, it was BBM that was winning. So you have to have like a lot of actor friends. I'm not even talking about celebrities. I mean just actors that are just trying to hustle. You have to have a lot of them on your phone. So if one person just gets an info of, oh, they're doing audition in Surulere, that one sends it around and everyone gathers together and then they go. It was really crazy, but now it's a lot better. There's a lot more organization. The challenge is specifically really is the industry, the country itself. You know, we all live in a country where everything is difficult. No matter what you're trying to do, no matter how easy it's supposed to be, everything is difficult. So that literally is the challenge. The entire country is just a bloody challenge. Oh yeah, that one was hard. That was hard. Like I think the Hush story, because before Hush, everyone had this assumption that all these big projects, you get it from if you know somebody, or they're just calling their people and stuff like that. I'm not lying. That happens a lot. I'm telling you, it's happened right in front of me, so I'm not even denying that one. But Hush wasn't one of them. I went for the general audition just like everybody else, and from there I got a call back, then another call back, then a screen test, and another screen test, and another screen test, and eventually I got a call that, hey, are you free for February to December? You've been cast as ads in Hush. Like, well, it's cool. Then I told him I didn't want to do it. Because at that point in my career, I was really into trying to establish myself as a good actor. So I really wanted to do a lot of different kind of roles, work with as many directors as I could, and agreeing to be in a project for a year just felt like not what I wanted to do at the time. And I'd already signed on to do this magnificent series with a director that I really admire. So I was like, nah, maybe next time, you know. And they called back like 2 hours later. I was like, are you sure? You're going to be playing R&B Son? Like, oh, why did you just say that before? Like, if you had led with that, then we would have had this back and forth. Yeah, sure, of course, let's do it, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much the entire journey. But it wasn't some phone call from an uncle or anything. It was series and series of reading scripts and rehearsing and going in front of the camera like this and putting your all right there and hoping that you get picked. So yeah.
All right. Who do you look up to in the industry?
There's no real specific person that I'm like fixed on as far as who I look up to. It's more of a in the moment kind of thing. Like I could be filming right now, there could be an actor on set that's just giving some mind-blowing performance, and in that moment, that's who I look up to. I want to learn whatever that person is doing, think like that person, interpret their character the way that person is able to, So it's, or somewhere and I'm seeing someone doing something absolutely amazing with their life or making a difference in the world. So it's not really one particular person, it's by the scenario, by the moment. So there's no really one person I look up to. If you know me even a little bit, you know I like ewa going and agege bread. If you didn't know, you know that now. So and my routine usually, back when I was staying where I was staying, was you wake up in the morning, put on any shirts you see, and go outside and stalk my people, And I did that, and this was still the beginning of Hush, so I'd not tuned my mind into the fact that, okay, you are a household name now. You walk on the street and everyone's going to recognize you kind of mentality. I still was living my life just like everybody else. So I walked out with my palms and rough shirts, dirty shorts, with my pleats to get my work going. And next I just see this very little girls in school, on the way to school, they were just bolting towards, yeah, what I do want ever going and bread too. I'm sure I hear first, so I'm hungry. And they just they stand in front of the lady and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe they're finally meeting me and blah, blah, blah. And it took me 5 seconds to put two and two together. Oh, these are fans, they're not here to buy ever going and bread. And I'm my hair is scattered, I've not brushed, I've not even had a shower. I probably look awful, but they didn't care, man. They were just so happy to see me. So it was really embarrassing for me, but they didn't care. They brought out their notes and I had to, right there and there, come up with an autograph. I didn't have one before that time. I just wrote something, man, and I have terrible handwriting. But they didn't even care about that one either. So very lovely little girls. So yeah, it was really embarrassing, but it was an eye opener that, bruh, you can't be doing any out again, yeah, but it was still cool. So far, it's in parts. Okay, for acting, there's a role I did sometime last year, a film called Uncloaked, and when I even read the script, first thing that popped in my mind was, why would the director think I can pull this off? That's how difficult the role looked to me. I was like, this. It's technically impossible for me to have gone to a stage where I can actually pull off this kind of character. Just okay, hear it out. His name is Thank God. He's a poor Okada man with very little education, struggling with his sexuality, and he was molested from the age of 3. Yeah. So I was like, are you sure? And he was like, no, that he saw me in something else, and there's something I did in 5 seconds that showed him that I can pull this off. I was like, oh, well, as long as you're convinced. And he gets to ride Okada. I'm afraid of power bikes, talk less of riding Okada and everything. But the fact that he thought I could pull it off just gave me that extra boost, and he gave me a week to prep. I wish I had a month, but he gave me a week to prep, so I learned how to ride a bike from my generator guy, started understudying molestation and sexual assault from the young boy point of view. Did a lot of research, a little bit of acting coaching right before we started filming. And when the film was done and it came out and I saw the reviews, I was like, wow, you've actually gotten a lot better than you thought you were. You've grown, and that felt like a real, okay, yeah, you've leveled up now, some good stuff, So yeah, that I would say was my biggest achievement acting-wise. And for directing, I just put together a pilot episode for a series I'm working on, and it was just shot late last year, and I showed it to a couple of people, and they were mind blown. Like they feel like they can see Nigerians in there. First, they can't believe I shot it because it looks like something that someone that has been in the industry for a while has shot, and how good it looked. Like it didn't look like the usual, because it's a sitcom. It didn't look like usual slapstick comedy. It was just witty, real life comedy, and they liked it. So that was like, okay, you're honing your craft. You're really doing well now. So that was some good stuff. Payday is a story about two young men trying to pay their rent. That's literally, that's kind of like the entire story, actually. It's literally two guys trying to pay their rent. They're poor, and one of them, they both don't even have a job, actually. They're both hustlers, honest hustlers. And their landlord dies, and they think they don't have to pay rent anymore, so they blow their rent. And the next morning, his daughter comes from nowhere and tells them they have to raise their rent that day. So they start coming up with dumb ideas, both legal and illegal, to try and pay their rent. And as individuals, they grow. And through just that simple story, the director was able to tell the story of virtually almost every youth in Nigeria, or anyone that's ever been a youth. The fact that you try to make it in life, you try to make it in Lagos, but it's difficult. You get a lot of no's. Sometimes you start thinking, maybe you should just go this illegal route and do something bad to make some quick cash. And you realize, no, that's not the kind of person you are. You are a good person, you want to be good, but life is beating you down, you know. And even with that simple story, I was able to show all that factors of life, you know. And still the characters grow, they go on emotional journeys, romantic, and they come out at the end, maybe good or bad. When you watch it, you find out. But yeah, that's pretty much what Payday is about. It was really cool. It was my first time working or meeting Cheta, like anywhere. Like I never even heard of him before. It was my first time meeting him. But what made me think we might end up making a good movie was the script. He wrote the script, and the script was so well written. And the cast I was going with, because I was the first person he called, like, okay, I would like you to play the lead. I was like, okay, who are the rest of the people? And he gave me like a list of names of people he was considering. And I was like, okay, at least you wrote a good script, you know how to cast, like you know what you're doing with the casting. So you might just make a very good director. And he did, you know, he shot a very good film. And it was, I've known Ibi for years, I've known Bisola for years, we're very good friends. I've known Meg for a long time, Maoli, Hush, you know. We're all friends, but it was the first time working with Bisola and Ibi. And if you know them, you know they're very funny people, as you know. And my character takes himself too seriously, so he doesn't laugh too much. And I like to laugh, thus the dimples. Yeah, so there's some times we're filming and they'll just do some improv stuff and I'll fall out of character and start laughing and ruin the take and I'll have to do like 5 takes all over again. But that was the fun part of the set because I was not the only one ruining stuff. Even the director will be laughing behind the camera. It's that funny, but that was the cool part. It was a very chilled set, you know. It was laughing and having fun, but still putting their all and making sure they get the job done, because we all believed in the film and believed in the project. So it was really cool working with them. They're strict professionals, but also very fun to be with. I think everyone is angry. And it's not just Nollywood, it's the entire country. Everyone in Nigeria, even Nigerians that are not in Nigeria, we are angry at everything. And we have every right to be, no doubt. But if you want to narrow it to Nollywood, we are having, just like the rest of the country, a very terrible year. I'm not blaming the entire country, I think we only have ourselves to blame, but that's really it. And when everything isn't going well, it's easy to blame other people, to shake tables, as you rightfully said, and to get angry and to lash out. You know, when things are going great and rosy, everyone is cool. When things are bad, everyone has their fists up. So I think that's just what it is. The industry is in, we've had a couple of bad films come out in quick succession over the year. And that has put a light on every single one of us, both the actors and the directors, and we need to sit up and start getting some stuff done. So everyone is just angry and lashing out, so that's just what it is. But I think it's needed, you know. If there's going to be integrity, there has to be accountability. You have to actually tell people that you are messing up. You know, you have to tell them, and that's shaking tables. So yeah, I think it's needed. I support it 100%, especially if it's grounded and it's from a good place. You know, we have to start calling ourselves out, man. You do a bad film, they should tell you did a bad film. This film shouldn't be in cinema. You are not pulling this character off. You are screwing up. So it's a good idea. Call out some director and I can be like, hey, you ABC, you are bruh. Man, I'm not even half big enough to try that kind of sick stuff. People that are like 10 times bigger than me, like I've tried that and even they got burnt. But like I said, it's not a one person thing, because not just one person makes a film. It takes like 50 plus people to make a film. So if you're sitting down somewhere and being like, oh, it's not my fault, it's this person. Nah, man, it's every single one of us. Even if you're not in the film, it's your fault that we are where we are as far as Nollywood is concerned, because it's a together thing. If a movie is out in the cinema now and is doing terribly and I'm not in it, when someone sees it and sees that I'm an actor, he's just going to be like, well, that's what you all do. He's not going to single that film out. No, he's going to generalize it that all of us in Nollywood do have sense. All of us in Nollywood do not make anything good. So it's all of us. So he's not really calling anybody out per se. It's all of us taking responsibility for each other and trying to do better. Oh, there are a ton of stuff. Each time I hear that question, there's always something new. I know I've spoken about the fact that the country, the government specifically, isn't willing to really support the industry in terms of both capital and putting laws in order to make sure that things are done right in piracy and so on and so forth. And more organization, more structure is needed. More people have to be called out and held accountable for what they're doing. But right now, this present second, I think I would like to change the mentality that when you want to make a film for cinema that will do well, all you have to do is carry a bunch of popular faces, whether they're actors or not, whether they're good actors or not, doesn't matter. Just carry a bunch of popular faces, put together a series of funny events into 1 hour, 30 minutes, and you have a successful film. That's literally the mentality that a lot of people are selling to filmmakers and directors and actors and producers, that's how to make a successful film. I can't wait for that mentality to pass. That's the stage we're in, and I can't wait for it to pass. It's always going to pass. Now we're in the stage of, we have to have evil stepmother that tries to poison everybody. We're in that stage. We're in the stage of rich doctors. We're in the stage of house helps getting pregnant. Hopefully, these are now stage we're in, and hopefully it will go soon. And we'll get to a new stage where we actually know that to make a great film is when you make a great film with a great script, with a great cast, with great directing. Not a series of popular faces and funny skits. Just saying. Well, I'm more interested in pulling out the character, because there are a lot of popular faces who are actors who are actually really good, just as much as there are also some that are not. But you have to balance it out, you know. As you're getting that popular face, make sure that face actually can pull off your character. Make sure your script is good. Make sure your director is ready to give, actually have a good director to pull it off. Because when you start thinking, oh, you have a popular face, so you don't have to worry about the rest, you end up making a crappy film, and the audience see the film, and they don't only insult you, they insult every single one of us. I've seen this happen right in front of me. People asking me, why do you guys keep putting terrible films in cinema? I'm like, am I in the film? No, why would you ask me that? It's not my, like, nah, man, you're in Nollywood. It's your fault. Like, that's how they see it. So we should just pay more attention. We should take a cue from Hollywood, for God's sakes, now. Like, aren't you happy when you watch a Hollywood film and you're mesmerized and you're blown away? Yes, you get to see a popular face, but you get to be carried into another world for 1 hour, 30 minutes. Aren't you happy about that? Wouldn't you like to see a Nigerian film do that? I would. Well, the thing is, it's a personal choice actually. From when I was starting out, I was like, it was still an if. I was like, if I make it, yeah. It was. I did have that in like 2-3 years. They'll start calling my name in. Nah, man, it was a, man, God, sooner or later, hopefully you look at my side, you know. But from the beginning, I was like, I was going to keep my private life private. And I was going to be me, wherever I am, just me. And I am a very calm, chilled person. Like I'd rather walk into a room and just sit down rather than be the subject matter in the room. While some people are the opposite of that. So if you're an individual who already is very okay with just being himself and not being the life of the party, it's very easy to avoid scandal and unnecessary publicity, negative publicity, if there's anything like that now. So yeah, it's just making sure I keep my private life private, and I don't do anything that will make my mom unhappy. Well, it's a personal choice. There are advantages to it. There are actually huge advantages to it because you get to have a bigger following. Everyone wants to be entertained. Where I put it is we're entertainers, but I would rather entertain people than have my life be the entertainment. But there are other people who are very okay with that, which there's nothing bad. There are advantages to it. You get more popular, thus you can charge more for your projects and so on and so forth. So there are advantages to it. But I'm just not that kind of person, you know. So I don't think there's anything wrong. It's your life, it's your choice, man. Do whatever you want. Personally, it's not my thing. Oh, there are a lot now. If you do what I do, there are always going to be misconceptions about you. And it's not every single one you can tackle, and even when you tackle it, it's not like you're going to change anybody's mind. Everyone is entitled to their interpretation or perceptions. So there are a lot. There was one, apparently someone watched me in something, I think it was Hush, and they had not seen me in anything prior to Hush, which I actually have been in quite a number of stuff. And I was like, oh, they brought him from the abroad. Yeah, that's why we've not seen him. He just landed, and yeah, they're like, no, hey, he went to New York Film School. No, I didn't. I could not even afford the film school in Nigeria when I started. So, man, things are good now. Sorry, I digress. There's that one. There was one actually, it was for real. So it was a friend that told me she was in Abuja arguing my case out for me. She was with a group of people, and everyone in the group, they were convinced that I was gay. I'm telling you. Like, she had to argue it out. I was like, what happened? She said they just feel so. Like, just saw a picture of mine, like, this boy is too fine, he's probably gay. Like, sorry, what? That would be a no. Which other one can I think of? In case you were wondering, I'm a diehard Manchester United fan, don't get it twisted. I can't think of anyone. I think those are the top ones I can come up with that I can remember. I actually had that argument with like 3 directors once upon a time. Literally, the way the directors put it, they are better female actors than they are male actors. And as a guy, I was like, what's that? What do you mean? Blah, 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 blah. You know, defending my race and everything. And they put me on the spot. Okay, name the top male actors or the male actors that you think are really good. And at the end of this conversation, I realized they were right. You know, and when I was shooting the pilot for my series, when I started casting, that's when I actually realized it. When I wanted to pick for the female roles, there was like a long list. Like, I could just close my eyes and point. But for the guys, I had to be going through just to find good ones. And I realized that, yeah, there are a lot of way better female actors than there are male actors. It's just the way it is. I don't know why it is like that. Hopefully we'll fight back. But that's how it is now. And I don't think it's because the females have better chance of showing themselves or anything like that. I don't think it's that. I just think right now we have more of them. It's just what it is. You know, they are amazing. You know, so it is what it is. We'll just have to, yeah, guys, now we'll fight it out. We'll come back. It's to anyone else arguing, it's just they're lying to yourself. You're just lying to yourself. It's a fact. It is what it is. Maybe a year from now, 5 years from now, but right now, that's what it is. Well, the thing about it is, if you're already looking at it as a negative comment, you're already going to be defensive about it. You know, you're going to be forced to defend yourself and try to fight back and everything. But if you just look at it as a comment, like it's an opinion, and you try to see the sense in it, like where is this person coming from? Like if you do a role and the person is like, you were too plastic, or you were not convincing enough, or in this role you were supposed to be scared but you didn't look like you were scared, or anything like that. You just try to listen first. That's the first thing. You should just listen and try to see where the person is coming from, because the person actually might be right and sometimes the person might be wrong, of course. But if you tackle it as a negative comment, or they are hating on you, which is the usual interpretation for those kind of comments, you're not going to learn anything from it, because it's not like you're the best actor in the bloody world. You are going to have some moments that you don't do too well. And how would you know those moments if you can't see it for yourself, or someone can't tell you that, hey, so film, you tried, but you could have done better, you know? So when I see comments like that, I see it as an opinion, and I listen, and I try to sieve out the good ones, or the ones I feel are correct, and the ones that are like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my crushes are like week in, week out. I'm telling you, man, they change, man. Like, it's so like, I can't count the amount of times I've been on the set and a friend of mine just going like, oh, Kai, my crush. You just told, yeah, sure. Yeah, because it's normal now. And that's because the way I see crushes, maybe I'm not interpreting this crush thing, but it's not when you see someone that maybe the person is really attractive, or the person does something that makes them attractive. And in that way, like, oh man, this person hot. Isn't that what a crush is? Because that's how I interpret it, and they make it look like I'm throwing it around too easily. Because if you're looking lovely, oh, you're absolutely gorgeous. I have a crush on you in that moment. Or I see one of your performances, or I hear you speak and you sound so brilliant and intelligent, or you're doing something I wish I had the balls to do. You know, stuff like that, something impressive. I crush on you in that moment, and that's how I see it. So my celebrity crush list is long as hell. It's probably virtually almost every female actress, or you know, so yeah. I've done this thing so many times, I don't think there's anything left. The first project I ever did, the character was initially written, that's of Tinsel, was initially written to like last for a while, but after filming 2 episodes, I was so bad, they wrote the character to travel. I'm telling you, it was that bad. The second one, my uncle was friends with the producer who wanted to shoot a series, so he begged him to put me on. After half day of shoot, the director called the producer and was like, we have to recast, this boy can't act. Yeah, that will put me down for a while. Let me look for some fun things to say. What else don't people? I've already said they were going and bread one, but that one is not a secret. I've never dated an actress. No reason, like there's no particular reason, it's never happened. I used to stalk RMD when I was a teenager. Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. The only thing I said I was like 11, 12. I don't think I haven't got into teen yet. Yeah, I think it was 11, 12. Yeah, I used to run, like, I wasn't allowed to go to my own church at the time, so I'd go to the family church. So once the family church is over, boss to his own church, just so I could see him. It had nothing to do with God or religion. Nope, that had nothing to do with the choice. One of my favorite films of all time is Diamond Ring 1 and 2. My favorite Nigerian film of all time, Diamond Ring 1 and 2. And I'm hoping somebody just gets the rights to do Fuji House of Commotion again, so I can just spin it. I'll do it for free. This is the first time I'm saying it. I'm telling you, I'm not taking it back. I'll do it for free. I'm telling you. If you're doing it well, do it for free. Yeah. In a car, thinking in a car, yeah. Car speeding on Third Mainland Bridge. I was not the one driving. I'm not that crazy. A friend of mine was driving. I was in the back seat. Keep it real. Don't make out on drive. Is there any line like that? Don't make out on drive. You should make stuff like that. One night stand. 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 Baby Naya, she's good. Ah, come on now, what? I called your name. You know what's up. Baby Naya, friends with benefit. Richard Dominic. What? Take home to mama. Hey, Candy Bankole. Yeah, I think any of you guys won't kill me. Yeah, I'm safe. Because okay, I'm in that stage where I'm still trying to figure out if, because there are a lot of theories about this gay thing, that there are people that think it's the devil, there are people that think it's a choice, whereas there are people that think you are born with it. I don't know which one is true. So if you're going with you are born with it, it's already impossible for me to be gay. If you're going with is a choice, I really like women. So I'm just going to be lying to myself, you know? I don't think hard. I don't think I'll follow you through. Because of the money, I might say yes, but I'm probably just going to fall out of it sooner or later. Yeah. How are you guys doing? My name is Baaj Adebule, and you are watching Broadway TV.